Okay, let's get into it. Right into it. Video, no filler. Okay, so the title of this is going to be God Peniel, and thou shalt not have any other God before me, right? Okay, so my source, I stayed in the same source. They gave me the King James Bible version. So in the source I have is BibleHub.com. They have different variations or different types of Bibles they have. So verses. So I'm just going with the one that everybody mainly knows um, in the base of U.S. or throughout. So it's the King James Bible version. Okay, Genesis 32:30. Okay, God Pioneer. That's what this is dealing with. And Jacob. Jacob, they know the ladder and the spine. So when you have the spine, it goes up and it got the God pineal right there. See? Pineal. But it's not going down. You can see it going down. You don't see it part going up. Like when Set goes up, Heruz goes down. Just like Odin, he had to go down the well with Yggdrasil, the spine, or as in the steed, as the horse. So the horse down the spine. Okay, so it depends on how you look at it. But yeah, the god pineal, the pineal gland, the eye of God. You can find this. This is actually a chapter out of a book by Manly P. Hall. This is actually chapter 16 of the book of Man, the grand symbol of the mysteries. Man, the grand symbol of the mysteries. This is comprising of this chapter 16 of Manly P. Hall's book. Okay, so it talks about the lizard eye. So let's go ahead and get into it for a little bit. I'm gonna get back into what I was talking about too, also. Okay, let's get into the fact talk of the pineal gland. The pineal gland is described as Santee, or as they say Santa, Santee. And when he goes down the chimney, which is what the spine, the flame is the heat of the is the bottom. So you have the monster that yearns to get to the top, to the light, and so you get so you have an idea, the light bulb to illuminate. Okay, it's a lot. Just rewind it and just you can look it up yourself too. Also, Santee as a coned shaped body. So I have a video, Satan as the pyramid. So it's the same thing. See, Santee, Satan. Okay, or Santa Claus, Saint Nick, Nicholas. Okay, corpus pineal, 6 millimeters, parentheses 0.25 inches high and 44 millimeters in diameter, joined to the roof of the third ventricle by a flattened stalk. The habenula, or some people like to say medulla oblongata or habenula. The pineal body is situated on the floor of the transverse fissure of the cerebrum, directly below the splenium of the corpus callosum, and rests between the superior colliculi of the quadrigeminal bodies on the posterior surface of the midbrain. It is closely invested by pia mater. The interior of the pineal body is made up of closed follicles surrounded by growths of connective tissue. The follicles are filled with amphibolic cells mixed with calcareous matter. The brain sand, calcareous deposits are found also on the pineal stalk and along the make sure I get that cleaned off. Chloriold is actually in the print. Plexus, choriod plexusis. Now watch this. The function of the pineal body is unknown. In reptiles, as they call it, the reptile brain. the pineal gland, because it's maybe you have the snake going up, and like in the hospital symbol, the snakes want the staff, which is actually your spine, and those are the double energies from Revelation. It says two beasts, or two, one interior, one exterior. So, but you have to think about it. So the snake going up to reach the higher self, to illuminate the information. So when you see certain hospitals, they don't have the wings on it. They're not doing practices to help people move on or get better. Okay, it's symbology is everything. In reptiles, so when you see the snakes, those are reptiles too. Also, snakes or the dragon, or in mythology, you see them always killing the dragon. In reptiles, there are two pineal bodies, an anterior and a posterior, of which the posterior remains undeveloped, but the anterior forms a rudimentary cyclopean eye, one eye, cyclops, one eye, which would be pineal. In the Hetaria, a New Zealand lizard, it projects through the parietal foramen and presents an imperfect lens and retina, and in its long stalk nerve fibers. The human pineal body is probably homologous with the posterior pineal body of reptiles. So, once again, this is from like doctor work. So remember, what's the guy's name? He's who worked for the British intelligence. David Icke. Yeah, he's wrong. So he's saying that, so like the so called black or so-called melanated people, he's saying the lizard people, but that's what we have. We have full function if we're drinking or doing the right things with water and getting it crystallized, not crystallized in a bad way, like as in from faucet water or anything like that. More of as in crystallized, as in more of power of perfection, Merkaba, mind, body, and soul. So, so it's like three pyramids in three different dimensions or way of being seen. So, but yeah, so I'm gonna go back to this. So right here, as you see, go back to you can go into your Bible. So I said, Brother Bobby Hemmings said, the Bible is what most of our people know. And that's how you're actually going to be able to pull them out of that by showing them what's in an actual book. The book is actually about the internal. That's what mainly the whole entire book is about. Stories about the internal. It's just another form of mythology. So, and Jacob called the name of the face Peniel, or pineal, for I have seen God face to face, and my life is preserved. That means you still live on because you've seen who you are when you are actually you actually control your body as a forklift or as a car. You control your body as that. So we go to Exodus. Thou shalt have no other God before me. Okay. If you are pineal or pineal gland, then let me get to Exodus. Exodus 23, 20 and 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. If you are pineal or pineal gland, then you should not be worshiping any god at all. By the way, this portion, this is my input on everything. This is how I give a conclusion, and I'll give you an example too also. What I'm actually talking about. Goats, then you should not be worshiping and any god at all. Go to mythology and learn about different deities and make your pineal stronger. A certain mythology will attract to you, but check out different ones, and you will see most stories are the same. Its places and names that are different. So when you see pineal, we are the spark inside pineal, which operates. Uh, uh, 'Cause everything has a spirit, but not everything has a soul. Soul is the sun. Remember the spark. Spark is like stars. Stars are just small versions of suns, right? All right, check this out.
We call it a spark. It contains our life force and our memories. We call it a spark. It contains our life force and our memories.
And we call it a soul.